Hey, I just want to say before the video starts, the team builder is quiet for some reason. Every time I try to record it, it makes my mic quieter. So it should be fixed for next week, but this week for some reason, it's going to be quiet. So apologies for that. But the video itself and everything else should be fine. But yeah. Hey guys, it's Team Manning Coleman King, and we're back with week 3 of the CMM. And after last week's win, we need to try to still bounce back, as even though we did win last week very closely, we still need more diff, as our diff from the first week still haven't balanced out. So we still need to try to get a couple more wins to be able to get into playoffs. However, we're fighting very scary, the owner of the league, Mr. Muffinz himself. And let's just say his team is not so easy to deal with. Well, his team is Chiyu, Latias, Fortress, Toxapex, Numal Terror with Ground, Fairy, Water, Meloedo Terror with Normal, Fairy, Ghost, Mudsteel Terror with Ground, Water, Fighting, Iron Hands, Forges, Talonflame, and Superior. Now, we do have to talk about the big threat here. Terra Numal absolutely just wins, so we should probably just give up on the spot. However, we're going to try our best either way. In all seriousness, the only mon I am really scared about is honestly the Iron Hands, more on the defensive side. This mon can completely wall all my offensive threats I want to bring, and even defensive threats this week. At worst, or at best, for him, is that I most likely have to trade a mon, which is not something you like to hear. Not to mention, a Calm Mind weakness policy Latias can always get out of hand thanks to just being really bulky, and I have a lot of mons that can hit it super effectively but not kill in one hit. And of course, Chiyu is very scary as choice specs, some of the best checks and some of the best checks for that mon itself still don't even like taking choice specs hits. Although, if it's any other set, I will tell you now, I'm not so threatened by it. Also, he has a very great bulk out with Iron Hands and Toxapex, and plus Forges for Wish Pass, so this team is going to be a little difficult to break. But, with my first one I'm bringing, Terramon Dragon with Terra Fire should absolutely be trivial to break through all this defense. He has Rock Slide, Earthquake, Terra Blast, Iron Head, and Assault Vest. This mon should always be Terrarian in the match. I want to lead it and try to get the Terra off immediately, but also to just completely threaten big damage. But also, my opponent does not have a great switch into this whatsoever. His best switch one would be Iron Hand, which still doesn't like taking a lot of chip from this. Or maybe Toxapex, if it's a Rocky Helmet set, which I still do around 50%, which is still really good for me. But this mon is here to try to clean up in the end game and kind of just trade with any mon in worst case scenario, as we can absolutely eat Chiyu hits if it's not specs, and if it is specs, we still eat them pretty well. Same with Meloetta if it's a special side, and Floor just can't absolutely do nothing to us. And the bright side is that if we lead this, we could just Terra Blast Fire the Fortress lead, which probably will go for Body Press of Rocks, and we don't really care about that, as we will probably take around 14 to 20%. And of course we can kill in return. Well, even without this. The only mon that's a little scary with this mon is Latias, as it could pretty much just take whatever hit, and of course it does outspeed us, but luckily we do have some checks for that, and also again the AV really comes into play here, as we can absolutely wall any type of Latias we feel like. But our next mon is probably the best mon for this matchup, and is a mon that might put in a massive amount of work, Gholdeongo. Now I'm a defensive, offensive Gholdeongo set here. Although speed looks really good into this matchup for Gholdeongo, I am a expert belt, max HP, max special attack set with Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Slash Shock, and Recover. This is so I can hardwall Toxapex, hardwall Fortress, and hardwall Florges. Not to mention we hit all of them super effectively, and this mon has absolutely zero switch-ins. His best switch-in is Chiyu, and if we see a Chiyu come out, it's still taking around 30 to 40% if it's not the defensive variant, which is still a great amount of damage. Plus, there's a good chance Chiyu might not come into the matchup, as I have some great checks to it, as both I have Terrakion and other mons on the bench, possibly on the team, that absolutely, there's a good chance it might not come. But even with that Chiyu, we still absolutely put in massive amounts of work with pretty much two-shotting every single mon on his team. Not to mention, even with the Terramons, with Meloetta and Mudsteel, we still hit them super effectively, with the only exception being Terra Water and Mudsteel, which is completely fine with us, because if it's not an AV variant, we still two-shot it. This mon is probably going to put in a lot of work, and could very much get out of hand if my opponent doesn't have a good Gholdeongo check. However, he could bring some good AV variants for some of these mons. However, my next mon is going to make sure these mons like dwindle down so offensive mons can win, which is Featherdippity. Featherdippity is just pure defensive here. With Sludge Bomb, Heat Wave, U-Turn, Roost with Black Sludge, and Toxic Chain. We're pretty much going to be spamming U-Turn into this entire matchup, as he does have Toxapex and Fortress to eat the toxic chains, but then we could pressure with a bunch of damage with Gholdeongo and or Terrakion, which is super fine with me. Not to mention we have Heat Wave on Fortress, so if we make a bad predict, we could still just simply go for that Heat Wave. Sludge Bomb is here because it does great damage to the whole team. I could still bait those poisons and or toxics, and we could still hit Forges very hard. However, like I said, I would most likely be spamming Newton to not only punish any defensive plays my opponent does, but also just to try to get toxic chains on mons like Iron Hands, Metalwetta, and GHU. If we get a toxic chain on any of those mons, then Gholdeongo and Terrakion both can just absolutely one-shot the entire team and just get completely out of hand with no setup required. And I wanted to make sure I still had a good Iron Hands trick, as this team was looking very Iron Hands weak, so I'm bringing defensive Latios here. Rocky Helmet with Recover, Latios can absolutely wall Iron Hands. We can eat 3 Ice Punches, recover all that HP back, and thanks for us, since Iron Hands will most likely be AV, as it's the really only viable set into this week, we could get Permanent Chip with Rocky Helmet, which is very, very incredibly massive. Not to mention, we always trade with Luster Purge, so worst case scenario, if he's something like Heavy Slam, or just gets a really high roll Ice Punch, or if we're already chipped, we could simply just Luster Purge and trade the Iron Hands with our Latios. And again, Flip Turns here is because we're a defensive variant, and Draco's just very good into this matchup. Also because I like to do a speed tie Draco Meteor on Latios if we need to. And then yet again, the Recover does come into play for not only that, but with other mons thanks to our max HP investment, where we can eat Metalwetta Terra Blast Fairy hits, especially if it's an offensive one with a physical side. We can eat certain hits with Latios like Shadow Ball, and we can eat a Moonblast from Forge. However, I didn't want to stop there with Bulk because there's still GHU that could get out of hand with this team, so I'm bringing good old reliable max HP, max protect Diancie. This mon is one of the best checks at GHU in the entire game currently, and it just completely can't do it. Bex GHU Overheat just barely does 50%, and that's if he gets a max roll, which luckily for us, we get leftovers, so we're completely fine there. And thanks to the leftovers, we can run Stealth Rocks, get our Chip with this team, as Chip is very nice with this team, and yet again, we can completely one-shot GHU with 2 of our 3 attacks that we have, and then Moonblast is very nice here for Latios, as this could be a backup Latios check, because Latios can't really do much to Diancie either. So if we don't see GHU, Latios does become much easier to deal with, as Diancie now has an extra check that it can do. However, if I also see no GHU, I definitely might play this mod a little bit more disposable around, as its main job is to deal with GHU, but it still has a lot of good rolls it could do. The only set that Diancie with this specific set I have could have trouble with is a nasty plot variant that's also like Life Orb and or a boosting item, and a GHU at +2 with a boosting item could get out of hand. However, that's only if I make it get out of hand and I do some weird plays with it, like stay out with another mon and let it get to +2, basically is the best way to put it. Plus, if we ever get a Diamond Storm boost, this mon is just going to sit in front of any mon and just grab multiple kills, which is another really nice theme here. And luckily for our final mon, just because I'm a little scared of hazard stacking, but also because it's just a nice check for some mons, is good old Psychozard. He's finally getting off the bench. He has enough speed to outspeed the entire team, the max HP AV, to absolutely eat most special defensive hits. Mainly one for Metalwetta, Superior, Latios, and GHU still. Of course, GHU's not the greatest way, as I could still get completely nuked if I switch in on it. However, it's a good mon if I need a sack and can get this one in. It's mainly here for Rapid Spin support because he does have an entire fortress that could be really scary to get hazards up into our team. And like I said, we can absolutely wall this team and still do the offensive. So we just need to make sure we could stay at the nice neutral ground in the whole match, and we can comfortably win this match. Not to mention, this mod has Dragon Tail, which is really nice for any things like Latios setup, because you're gonna try to go for a Calm Mind or Agility, and think that it could 1v1 the Psychozard. However, we can Dragon Tail it completely out, and same with GHU sets if it's a nasty plot variant. Ironhead is for good coverage for specifically Forges here, and Knockoff is a nice stab here to get rid of any heavy duty and or leftover sets. This mon is also just a really nice backup check to a lot of mons, mainly stuff like Talonflame, Superior, Metalwetta, Toxic Pex, and GHU. If any other checks go down for those mons, we can just simply have Psychozard as the backup, which although doesn't do such a great job as our usual checks, it still does a decent job and should keep us in the... Well, that's my team for week 3. Please tell me how you feel and what you would have brought. Also, just want to say thanks to Okami for helping with this week, and also just shout out to Muffin himself, as he's not only the person who's gotten me into both of these leagues, but also he just makes some great content that I love to watch. I've been watching him before he even joined this league, so I was very excited not only to fight him, but be a part of this league. So, Thanks. With that being said, let's get straight into the match. Okie dokie, we were fighting Mr. Muffinz, the owner himself. I'm a little nervous. I'm also really excited to finally fight him. He's very cool. I love watching his content. Y'all check him out. He'll be probably in the title and of course in the description. But let's get a team. I'm so glad no Taylor Numal came, so that's really good for me. Super good for me. Yeah, this is exactly what I thought, like exactly what I kind of planned for, so I'm glad I prepped kind of correctly. Melorota can Terra, of course, so that's his only Terra captain, which is really nice for us. Also not really nice for us, because my check is, of course, Cycle Lizard, which doesn't fully like, you know, fighting the Terra Fairy version. But that's okay. Sorry, excuse me. So I think I'm going, so no Fortress makes us also really nice, because, I don't have to worry about hazards, right? At least, unless it's just gonna be Target Spikes. I do kind of want to lead this. I don't really see a bad lead. I think worst case lead would be, probably Iron Hands, right? Which would be a really aggressive lead. I guess he could do some, like, fake out shenanigans, like, as a lead, but I think it's also okay, because I still have Butcher, and Chip on that is really okay with me, right? I want to get my... Oh my god, wait, no Chiyu! That's what I didn't see. I'm so happy no Chiyu. That makes me so happy, actually. Okay. So Rose Quartz and both Terrakion I can play really carelessly with them. Oh, not carelessly, but they don't really have a necessary check, right? So Diancie could check Meloetta now, and Terrakion could just do his own thing, which was my plan, like for him to do his own thing. But now it even opens up more, as I don't really have to think about it. I'm glad I have fun to Muffinz. I also understand why I didn't bring Chiyu. Like if he goes for a Dark Pulse onto my Terrakion, it's GG. He leads up King. Oh, Superior. Oh my. Wait, have you watched my videos? Does he know that I swept with this mon and got like 30 kills with this in another league? Maybe that. Maybe I'm just also gassing myself up. Okay. Okay. Okay, okay, let me think. I want to look at Superior versus good old Destiny. I love my goalie. This one's not right here. I think I have to Terrify here and click this. I don't know why, but my... Huh. Hold up. I need to get my Terrakion. My Terrakion's not in the set for some reason. 1, 2, 3. I think I have to go for this set. I can't really check. I can't calc, so... But it's okay. It should be okay. I mean, I know this thing gets kind of walled by certain... It should be. Now, is Terrakion in there? Oh my god, it got rid of it. Okay, hold up. Let me... Uh-oh. Not a good start with my calcs, because it's a little glitchy right now, so let me fix that. He does glare. Okay, that is really big for him. Really good glare. Really good glare. I didn't think a defensive one was coming, but that's really good for him. I do get a Tail Blast off, however, so... And he lives. Okay, so let me check. I can check the calcs, see... Are you leftovers? Yep. Superior, Terrifier... you should be dying from that. You'll look to be HP investment. So that's good to know. We also know you're max speed, right? So we know he's max speed and he looks to be HP investment. Because that's the only way he can, of course, outspeed my guy. So this is really good info to know. He seems to be a defensive, like, fast version. So, really good to know. That glare is really big for him. Like, don't get me wrong, this mon is really good. And now being slower than most of his mons is not great, but I still outspeed a lot, which is what matters still. So, okay. So I'm trying to write down everything as well. Okay, so, I mean, he could go for, like, a Synthesis or something. I think I still just Tail Blast Fire, right? I'm not in a terrible position compared to all his mons I can come in. Yeah, I think it's fine. I have a check for everything. So, like, either he just lets us go down. Okay. Or I can get some chip on something. It could also be, like, Recover or something, you know? Dark Spike does come out. Set Tail Blast Fire off. Does a little bit. He does not to be Black Sludge or lefties, which is good to know. Okay, so I think I can just go straight into my guy here. I am going to Cow, however, Terratheon into Toxapex. I'm doing like 49%. I don't think that's worth it. I think I just go into this, right? I think it's just the safest thing to do. I am gonna Cow, however, also just checking like how much he could do to me. It's not gonna do a lot. Yeah, he's really not gonna do a lot. So this is probably more of like a Toxic Spikes, a Toxic itself, like something along those lines is what I'm guessing. So, yeah. Like I said, sorry I'm kind of a little bit of stalling. I'm just trying to get, what's it called, everything written down. So, I want to go straight into this. Okay, almost done writing everything down, which is really nice. Let's see what he goes for. He does just go for a surf. Yeah, so he goes for a little bit of the aggressive surf, which is fine by me. That looks to be no investment, which is good. So this is really good for me. I don't know what his check to this is, honestly. I'll be fully honest. His check to this is definitely, I don't know. I actually thought an 80 superior would come for this, because this mon is really good here. So looking at his team, I mean, it has to be like the hands, right? So I think I'm just going to go for a side shot. He doesn't even have Chi-Yu here, so it's not like this is even a bad play. Like, Wisp plays Metaletta, right? Yeah, I think Wisp play would be Metaletta, but that's still okay with me. Unless it's like maybe a Calm Mind Metaletta. He does just stay in. Does a lot. We'll take this shit, man. He just goes for a surf again. That is super okay with me. That is super, super okay with me. I'll gladly take that. I'll gladly take that chip, man. That is so good for me. He's sadly not in Shadow Warring, so I do have to go for a side shock again. Sadly. But, like, yet again, we'll take this chip. This is really, really big chip, so... yeah, we'll take this. Like, this is... If this goes down, there's just so many mons that are incredibly good here. I mean, the biggest example is Terrakion, right? Like, Terrakion kind of just 6-0s here at that point. Of course, the para doesn't help, but I still think it can, at worst, trade, like, 2 mons. Because of the Terrify, thankfully, in the AV. Like, if he goes Iron Hands, he has to trade, and then he could, you know, maybe pick me off, but I don't even know. That would have to be, like, a spec something to do that. Because of my AV, thankfully. So, it's just, like, this is really good for Chip. And he could go for the Fiend, but I'll take a... Yeah, he can't recover this off him faster. So, Dean, let me also write that down. So, Dean... King... Kaido. Yes. Okay, that's super good. We'll take this. This is what we want Chip. This is the most important mon to get Chip on. That is so good to get Chip on that. That is so good. Iron Hands, we look at that to be 48 to 57%. Okay, so you might not be AV. Might not be. Did I think AV? Oh, no, AV actually, we won't know if it's AV because it's always doing physical. I'm sorry. That was my bad. For like, you know, thinking that, he's probably gonna go for like an Earthquake here or something like that. Might even just be a Volt Switch, but I am just gonna go straight into Butcher here. There's like no reason not to. And yeah. We will see. All we know is Surf Toxapex, which is fine. Of course, he's probably regenerated Toxapex, so let me write that down. Go straight into Latios. He goes for a Fire Punch. Interesting. And we get that chip. So this mod no longer can come in. This is so massive. Like, this is just incredibly massive here. Like, all this chip. So now I'm trying to think of, do I want to go for a Luster Purge here, which looks really great. I think Florges might be coming out. Maybe his own Latios, if it's a very Spadef Latios. I think I go for Luster Purge to do the ranges on some damage, right? Because if Florges comes out, I just go Gholdengo and I can heal back up. And now I have a fully HP Gholdengo to trade at worst with this Iron Hands. So, and not even at worst, because I'm faster than it. So I can just Side Shock it. Like, this is really great for us. Yeah, if this is AV, we have chipped this mod, and we have gotten all the chip we want. So this is so incredibly nice. Like, this is, like, best case scenario for us. So, as you can tell, I'm definitely trying to take more of an aggressive stance and just kind of be more... Like, I'm trying to actually definitely try more compared to, like, effort. Okay, yeah. So you look to be just absolutely max Spadef, right? Leftovers. Fine by me. Bomb me? Bomb me? We'll take that. Knowledge is knowledge, right? So if we look at Latios into this, 25%. We did less than that, really, right? So he looks to be like max HP with some Spadef investment. Maybe not max Spadef. How much of the Moonblast doing? That's going to nuke me, so I'm gonna have to leave. I'm going to reveal the flip turn. He can't be faster than me. He's not choice scarf, so we flip turn here. Get some more chip. We'll always take chip on this. Of course, we reveal it, but that's okay with us. And of course, we don't have to bait like a specs item on this mon because of course, he saw the Rocky Helmet. So I can go into both Crane and or Gholdengo. I like Gholdengo more because his check to Gholdengo is really, really, really bad. And yet again, I can just heal this all back up. Fez can bait a poison, however. Like, his check to this is Toxic, so I can just side shock again and get a kill, right? So that's one of the nice things of, like, do I just go into this and then bait this out? I'm kind of thinking of going into this and then baiting this out. Maybe. I've only revealed Side Shock, so he could think I'm Specs. He could think, not Specs, sorry, think I am Scarf. So I'm kind of thinking of going into this and then U-turning. I'm gonna do this to see if I can get a poison off, if he's a Calm Mindset. Because the Calm Mindset could be really, really, a big problem, basically. He does have the Wish, yep. Bomb me. So, yeah, we can just U-turn right out of here. I don't think he wants to risk. He could risk it. Like, don't get me wrong, he could, but I'm fine with it. If he risks the poison or the toxic chain, like, this is, it's very close for stuff, like, to wrap up this game already. As, like, for instance, Latios already does no longer have a check. I think his check is maybe Glare Superior, which, you know, it's not a check, he has to sack something. And of course, I'm saying it's that because, of course, Superior outspeeds us, and we know it's fast already, so. I think Pex comes out. Kaido. Oh, good. Okay. I see you. I like that. I mean, I could always still just get a Toxic off, right? Or not a Toxic off, but a Luster Purge. And we do get a Toxic Chain immediately off. That is so good for us. Really good for us. But that was still a good play on his end. Really good play on his end for going for that. Into that mon. I didn't even really think about that. It could have been a possible check. I still just go into Butcher here. Really fine with me. We still just always keep shipping this Fulgis, as at some point he's going to have to wish it itself. So yeah, so he's still healthy. I am EV'd to live Ice Punches, so we are fine to just, if anything, trade with this. So I am going to Luster Purge. I don't lose anything from this, right? I got my Toxic off. I'm getting the Fulgis chipped. You can't forever stall me. Luckily for us. Next time around, though, I definitely think I'm just gonna go straight into Gholdengo, completely threaten this. And of course, the other one. He does just stay in, so he's probably just gonna go straight for the Ice Punch, right? Heavy Slam, okay. So, that's also pretty good for him, But this does go down. It actually goes down to Pheasant Dipty because of the poison. So he did get this chip. Good job, you know? Like, I think that was good for him. I still have a cover, so I can heal up. But that is still also really big for us. That was, like, the one mon we wanted dead. And so much has opened up for us already, which is really good. Like, just, for instance, I mean, Gholdengo looks insane here. Gholdengo looks absolute, like, I don't know. His Gholdengo check is Meloetta, which, if he Terra Fairies, at best for him, is that he trades like 90% Shadow Ball damage for it, and I just kill it. Like, it's just not really good for him. Like, Gholdengo looks insane here, so that's really, really good for us. And luckily, he can't glare us and all this stuff. And knowing that this is a defensive-ish Superior, a fast HP invested one, I could go straight into Gholdengo and stop Leech Seed and all that stuff. Lady Gaga, what is that? Is that Latios? Oh, this. Okay. Okay. Lady Gaga. Meloetta into Latios. Okay. So I kind of want to flip turn here. And this is not because I want greed, but I want to know if it's Scarf. And if he's Scarf, it helps me. Of course, he can't go for a Psychic without... He can't kill me with a Psychic, right? I'm at 107 HP. I'm at 30. Yeah, he can never kill me with a Psychic. He would have to... Even Specs. So I do think I can just simply go for a flip turn here. He does tail. That is so good for us, actually, for that he tails. Because now he doesn't have a Shadow Ball chip. I just spam Shadow Ball next time Gholdengo comes out. Unless you could... No, yeah, no, Tail Fairy. We will take this, man. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll see if he's Scarf. He might be going for a Terra Blast right now. We went faster, so he's not Scarf. Very nice for us. We'll take the chip. Chippies are chips. So, actually, no, he gets, like, Dazzling Gleam, right? Let me check. I just want to make sure I'm not... Yeah, he gets a Learn Voice, that's what it is. A Learn Voice is going to nuke us, right? So I think we go straight into... I think we go into Diancie here. If he specs, it's going to hurt really hard, but I think it's okay. If it's a Calm Mindset, we just Diamond Storm. Could be Draining Kiss as well. Ooh, Draining Kiss is also something be really good here. Relic Song. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is not something I expected. He's going to become a physical attacker. Okay. Oh my. Okay, hold up. Okay. Really good bring, really good bring. This changes a lot. So, Mellow Weather. Relic Song. He's in that form. Cold Combat's doing 50%. You are Terra Fairy. So Diamond Storm is still absolutely going to do a decent amount for you. This is scary, don't get me wrong. This is a scary, scary mon. Oof. I think I go for the Diamond Storm here. Relic Song, okay. He's very fast, by the way, now. He's base 128 speed. I'm going to go for a Diamond Storm here. We'll see what he goes for. Close combat, I should live, doing 45 to 53. He does withdraw. Okay, thank God. But he reveals that, which is so good for us. Like, now we know this is a physical attacker, but most importantly, it's going to outspeed a lot of our mons because of the base 128 speed boost. So that is just really good for us. We do get that chip. Let's check Toxapex. I think he's faster. No, he's not faster. Earth Power, sadly, will not do the job. Earth Power is actually supposed to be doing the same. What? Maybe because it's I don't think it's physical, but I can check. Okay, you know, I think I just go into this, or maybe I go into this. It's one of these two. I go into this, heal back up, and he's in a big problem. But honestly, I kind of like this more going to this. I could also just go for Stealth Rocks. I think he might just recover here. And Rocks would really hit the... I think I'm gonna Rocks here. But I need this healthy, which is what I'm scared about, right? That's what I'm scared about. How much is, like, it's doing 20%. A little tough here. I think I might just go into... I'm just gonna go into this. I'm gonna go into this. We know it doesn't get momentum, so he has to double out if he wants to, right? Doesn't get flipped in anymore. Yeah. You get Baton Pass? You don't get Baton Pass. You're good. I just wanted to make sure I was saying myself correctly. Yeah, so I could have gotten 3 rocks up. But I think HP on this is the point, knowing that that's physical, right? Like, Diancie is my only safe check. I am going to recover, I think. But he doesn't have a check to this. Do I even need to recover? I don't know if I need to recover. How much is, like, a Latias doing to me? Latias into Gholdengo. Probably like Shadow Ball is what he would have. Doing 36%, I eat that up. What I'm going to go for is I'm going to go for a Neutral Ground Shadow Ball. Expecting Latias to come out. But he could just stay in and go for Chip. I'm on a Side Shock. I think he might stay in for one turn. Yes. Okay. He Baneful Bunker, which is fine. Doesn't do anything. It just gives them info, basically. That's what he was trying to go for. He might be thinking I'm locked, right? He might think I'm locked from how I've been playing this. So I am going to go for the Shadow Ball now. We'll see, though. He might not think that. Choice Scarf Gholdengo looks great. Offensive Gholdengo is insane here, so... Like, one thing I'm thinking is that he thinks I'm Choice Scarf with a special attack investment when it's the other way around. I'm HP investment with an expert roll. And yes, super good for us. Really massive. We'll see if this weakness is policy. We'll see. We do bait him. I'm really glad we're able to bait him. Oh, we just killed that a crit? Oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Oh, no. I am so incredibly sorry. That is really, really big for me. I feel bad about that. If he was weakness policy, he was grabbing a life. And that's why that's so big. right? Yeah, so what he has to do though, sadly, like not sadly, but what he has to do is kill my Gholdengo. So like I'm always gonna lose him on here, but I'm never gonna get swept by it. It's just always the fact of like, hey, he can, you know, he's gonna be a threat. But yeah, that's also just that's really bad. I'm very sorry about that. Lady Gaga comes out. Okay. Meloetta. Why did Meloetta come out? You can knock off. I'm gonna live a knockoff because of my HP investment. Here, Fairy. You could be... I don't know. I don't know why this fully came out. Maybe he has a move that I'm not thinking he has. Maybe he just... he can't Relic Song me, so he's not even gonna be in Pure form. He could just Shadow Ball me. How much is Shadow Ball gonna do non-Pure form? 30%. I'm always living this. I think I'm just gonna go for a Make It Rain here. And he does just have knockoff. Okay, yeah. Which we live this. So we do lose our exit belt, which means we might not actually grab the kill if he's AV. But we do kill. That is so good. Gholdengo just proving to be an absolute menace here. Like I said though, like I kind of got a little bailed out here with diff specifically. Like I feel really bad about that. That was just big differential right there. I think he goes superior here, right? He has to. Forgers I heal up. Toxifix I heal up, and of course superior can outspeed me and kill me with Police Storm. So I think he has to go into that. And -1, maybe he is like a Calm Mind Forgers though. Yeah, he does go into this. I do have to get out. I do not want to risk sack Gholdengo here, the fact that he's just still really good here. So I'm not going to do anything stupid, I just go straight into this. I go straight into this and I click U-turn. He could Synthesis up. Does that get him back into the game? I don't know. I don't think it does. Like, he lost all his offensive pieces, and yet again, like, it was pretty unlucky. Like I said, losing a... I don't know how much it would matter in that game. I was going to sack Psychozard. I'm trying to think of, like, okay, what does that do for him? I don't think that opened anything for him, in fact. In fact, I think that I think it doesn't matter as much. So maybe, like, it's just a differential thing, right? That the fact that he would kill Psychozard. I don't think it's gonna be like a, oh, dang, man, he's gonna kill something big and he can get out, but no. So, Leaf Storm. +2. +2. Superior, +2, doing like 28% now. U-turn should just absolutely nuke him, so we're just gonna go for a U-turn here. We already know he's faster than us. He does withdraw, so yeah. This means we get a recover off the Gholdengo, which is why I went for this. So this should be very much a clean game for our Gholdengo. You Rocky Helmet? You are though. Okay, so that's why he went straight into Terrakion. Probably a little threatened by the Terrified in close combat, like any boosting item like I was first week. Absolutely a threat to him. So, yeah, he's probably just gonna go for the Surf, expecting me to die. But of course, we don't have to think about that. And yet again, we still have a backup Superior check being Terrifier, so... He does just go for the Surf. I'm gonna heal up so I can live Leaf Storm from Superior. Not trying to be a dick here, I'm just, I just know that going full HP for a Superior is safer, to just go to do that, because, like, yeah, now I can live a critical hit Leaf Storm, which is what I wanted to make sure. So, we get healthy, and we're just gonna click Side Shock after this, and it should be a kill pretty much. We know the entire set, but it doesn't even matter at this point, so, yeah. Like, that crit definitely hurt him heavily. I don't think it was game losing, I think it was just differential losing, right? I might be able to 6-0 him, which is just, I feel, it's a douche thing to do, right? I don't like 6-0ing, but also at the same time, I got 5 wood by Pooh, so I need to try to get my differential back up. And then, the other thing just being the fact that, what's it called? I'm sorry, I'm blinking. I don't think it mattered as much. I don't think it mattered as much. Like, I think at best this is a 5-0 because he lost Iron Hands specifically. I don't think he played Iron Hands wrong. I just simply showed the defensive Rocky Helmet Latios, right? He thought Heavy Slam would kill, which it should. but I am a very, very defensive one with Rocky Helmet, so he cannot take all that chip, he can't take all that damage, he can't kill my Latios. But if he killed my Latios there, then yes, I think this would be an absolutely different game. But currently, with me just killing out on hand, I think that was a big game changer there, right? So, we'll go straight back to full, while he also heals up. Yeah, we just keep doing this until we get a critical hit then, right? And yeah, we kill him. I don't even think that was a crit, was that? Oh, it was crit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't think it changes. I don't think it changes anything yet again. I don't think it changes anything at all. Even if he hits me with Sif, I always love a critical hit leaf storm. So, and then of course, if Floor just comes out, I'm going to click Make It Rain, and I'm going to nuke this mod. So, Florges. Yeah, just click Make It Rain. I don't have my expert belt though, so let me check non-expert belt. I should always kill. Yep. So Gholdeongo is just gonna pick up 5 kills here, which is insane. Absolutely insane. I am so sorry, Muffins. I feel really terrible about this. I love you, Muffins. Like I said, I watch his vids. I just feel a little... I feel bad. I feel really bad. This was a match I was really excited for. So I don't like that luck really, was just like, hey, here you go, here's a win. But like I said, I do think, personally, I could do some theory craft. Maybe we'll talk about it afterwards, and if it does matter, I'll tell you guys. And he might not even be weakness policy. If he's not weakness policy, this never matters, that crit. It never does. So, it's just one of those things, you know? I have gold to gold, though, so, yeah, he can't do that. But, yeah. We get another crit! This mod is pay to win! He's going for his name! Oh my god. Jesus. I feel really bad. I can't lie. I feel really bad. To be fair though, I'll be fully honest, I think I had a great matchup into this. I'll probably say this in the team builder. This matchup really good for me, man. Like, his scariest mon was Specs Chi, which he can't get away with into this match. It's not like it's like, oh yeah, I can maybe try to do some way around it. It's just really tough for him not to be. It's like, he has to be Scarf. And if he's not Scarf, he's screwed. And if he's not Rocks, he gets 2 switches. But if he is Specs, he found like a really, really good way around it, which is, if so, like, yet again, kudos to him if he does get that. But if he does somehow, like, it's still not great for him, right? This is just a really tough matchup for him. And then you know, it doesn't help that, the crits and stuff come to play. And then I also do some predictions of, like, Iron Hands. Like, the Shadow Ball and the Side Shock was pretty massive, right? If I didn't get that Shadow Ball and that Latios, this would be also a different game. If I just went for Side Shock again, really, really different game. He would be a fully HP Latios. He could set up. That would be threatening. But yeah, GG's to Muffins. Love you, buddy. I'll keep saying I'm so sorry about this. I feel bad. But also at the same time, I'm really happy that I was able to not only bounce back from that really bad first loss, but that should put me, because I am negative 4 diff, so we're at +2 diff, which puts us into 5th place currently. So that's really good for us. Right, we're straight back into the playoff season, and we're actually in front of Who currently. So Who, eat my whole asshole. Sorry, I got a little angry there from the 5-0, but yeah, but that's really great for us. This is exactly what we need to get back into the team, and yeah. GG's. I'll end it off here, especially if I possibly do a post-com after this. So yeah, see you guys later.